How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are doing an EDC pocket dump and an update on the test knife, the Vulture in 4V from Kyle at the Scrawny Lumberjack. And we have an update on the Otter as well, so a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. We will start with the blade because this is the most exciting. I've been testing this since it came in, I think like 2 weeks ago. We're testing it for a whole month per usual before we do the review. This does have the Grip Tech scales from Rock Solid Scales on there, and these are made out of resin infused with rubber, so it has a bunch of little rubber specks in it. This is 4V at 64 HRC, and it's just incredible. This is my first real long-term experience with 4V. I've used it a number of times, but not consecutively for a month. So I've been sharpening this, really using it, seeing what it can take, and this is definitely one of my new favorite steels. As far as I know, MagnaCut was supposed to be kind of a spin-off of 4V, a little more stainless than 4V, and I'm definitely seeing the similarities. This is extremely easy to sharpen, just like MagnaCut. It's not stainless, which I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but you can see like some rusting right here, which the camera won't focus on, of course, but you can kind of see where it's picking up a little bit of a patina. It has some rust. So other than that, they're pretty similar. I've sharpened this twice now. The sharpening experience has been phenomenal. I actually posted a short clip and some photos of the burr that I got off of this. It was exactly like the S60V that I used, where I could literally take my finger and push the burr off and it would just like curl. Really, really cool. Super easy to sharpen. So this one has been amazing to use, and the durability on this is incredible. I can literally smash this into concrete. Hi, Nuggie. Smash this into concrete. Does amazing. Isla's here. She's making a quick cameo. Isla, say hi to the people.
Hi.
Where did you just get back from?
Golf camp.
Golf camp. How was your first day?
Good.
Good. She's doing a little golf camp for the summer.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah. So durability on these is incredible. I made a video of me taking this and smashing it into concrete, whacking it into concrete, dropping it from chest height, waist height. This stuff is absolutely insane. I'm really enjoying this. You guys know I love FRN. I love Grivery scales. I love anything plastic, but a lot of people hate it, and it's because it feels cheap and flimsy, and it feels like you can break it. This is very different. This is resin, so it's kind of like plastic, but it has more, it's a little more rigid, I would say, and I think that the rubber really throws off the cheap plasticky feeling like you would get with most knives. This is really grippy. It feels more dense. That's the word. It feels more dense. And you can really beat the crap out of this stuff. I love it. 4V is incredible so far. I'm really excited to give the full review at the end of the month. That'll be a blast. Still carrying chapstick that nobody cares about. Pocket crucifix in here. Well, it's a rosary, but I typically carry a pocket crucifix. Now we have a little rosary in here. The traditional today is in a Richter slip, this beautiful wood grain slip here in kind of a mahogany color, white stitching. And inside we have the GEC Cody Scout, which I need to clean up because the blade is black at this point. That is Teener Town. It is literally black from here forward. Use this one a lot. Love this knife. Very lucky to have it. I have a number of GECs. I'm really grateful for all of them. So that's the traditional today. Got a cool little hammered brass bead on there. Still rocking the tiny little Knipex pliers in the Lynch Northwest and Redeemed Creation collab slip here, sheath, whatever you want to call it. Little tiny pliers. Really handy though. Love having these. We have the Log and Jotter notebook, and I have a little pocket organizer here from Tale of Knives. This has the new Phoenix flashlight in it. The E12 version 3. They keep making versions of these, and every time they do, I have to get it. This one, finally, they gave us the magnetic tail cap, so you can stick this onto things like an O-light. I hate O-light. Can't stand them. But I do like that they have the magnetic tail cap. I've always wanted that from a Phoenix. Now we have it. Tiny little flashlight, 29 bucks. You can get a discount code for 10% off if you sign up for their emails. I think I don't work with them. Like, I have no affiliation with them. But basically you can get this pretty damn cheap. It's a AA battery, little tiny EDC flashlight. Love that you can stick it onto things. It's got 3 modes. Really excited about it. It just came in. Like I said, every time that they release a new version of the E12, I have to get it because I've used every single one. Okay. Brass Fisher Space Pen to go with my log and jotter notebook. And the Super Tinker from Victorinox. Back to this. Guys, I try to stray from this. I really do. I try to get away from this thing. I can't. I always come back to it. I try the Cadet. I try the Pioneer. I try other things. Nope. Can't do it. Super Tinker is the one. So that's in a Tale of Knives pocket organizer that I have had for many years. It is really beat up. We have a Hank issuing stitches, and we have the Failsafe Goods Smash and Grab Minimalist Wallet that I've been rocking for, I don't know, what, 2 months, Ryan? Have I had this for 2 months? Probably. Really nice teeners on this one, super thin. Love it. That is the stuff in the pockets today. The Otter. So, we have always been transparent on the channel, okay? The good, the bad, the ugly, as Nick Shabazz would say, guys. So, I made a video testing this, beating the crap out of it. After the video, when I brought it in to check out, when I checked out the edge, we had a little bit of minor rolling on certain parts of the edge here. I want to record that because we have remedied it, but I wanted to talk about it real quick. So this is Nitro V at 63.5 HRC, and basically what happens is Levi and I come up with a design. I get it approximately 3 weeks to a month before the drop, and I test my prototype version of it before we say, okay, release the rest of them. This is the first time where we've had to alter things just a hair because we had a small, I wouldn't call it a failure, but something that we caught, right? So, Nitro V 63.5 HRC, we have a pretty, man, the lighting is really weird right now. The edge angle on this is pretty shallow. So the bevel is pretty wide, which means it's a very thin edge, right? We have like pretty thin BTE on this for the blade stock. It's just pretty thin in general, right? I batoned with it. I was doing some feather sticking, blah, blah, blah. And we had some very minor, microscopic rolling. But I was able to see it in the sun. Like, I didn't even catch it when I was using it. I couldn't even feel it. Cleaned the blade off, looked at it, and I just saw, like, the tiniest little bit of rolling. So, we have altered these a hair. Not the design or anything, but when these ship, Levi tested doing 24.5 DPS on the dot, and we're doing... This is 20 thou BT, and I think we're going to run a little closer to 25 BT, okay? And that's the whole point of the testing, right? Is to catch little nuances like that you know, a lot of people don't catch. So Levi, over with his prototype in Georgia, he chopped a brick in half on camera, literally with a mallet, a rubber mallet, like smashed this through a brick, and did a few sharpenings, and he found that he could whack this into antler like full force at 24.5 DPS with a little closer to 25 thou BTE. But I wanted to tell you guys that because those are things that you have to be transparent about, right? It's not fair to just like release designs to the market when you don't even test them. You can't even tell people like what you've learned from testing it. So I just wanted to share that with you because I'm glad we caught that, right? And so now that he has everything thickened up just a hair, it's like indestructible and crazy easy to sharpen. It took him 5 minutes after chopping through a brick to get the knife back to cutting paper, like scary clean. So just an update on that because that's the first time that we've had to alter anything. The dart, we didn't have to change a thing. The mink, we didn't have to change a thing. And the otter, we just had to thicken things up a hair because this Nitro V is so dang hard, right? And that's kind of what I've been talking about the whole time on the channel is like, Geometry is everything, guys. Heat treat is equally as important, but geometry, you can take any steel at any hardness and just about alter it with geometry. Like, it's unbelievable how thickening this up literally a hair or like 2 hairs changes the entire durability and strength and toughness of the entire knife. It's really wild. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's important. And it's also kind of a disclaimer, like, if you order an otter, you beat the living crap out of it and you have some rolling or something, play around with different DPS, right? Change your angle, because that can really change a lot of things. If you want it slicier and you're not going to hard use it, then yeah, have a nice thick bevel like this. Nice shallow edge bevel, super slicey. Okay, see how thick that is? See how thick that is? This is really slicey. But if you're literally chopping hard objects in half, you might experience a little tiny roll or two, or some glassing out, right? That front edge sharpness might glass out a little bit. So play around with DPS, really, really helps. And if you have a guided angle system, that makes doing that much easier. But I wanted to give that update. We're gonna keep testing this, all the good stuff. That's my pocket dump for today. And the Vulture update, guys. You can order these right now. We're doing a drop of them in M4 full height ground as soon as they're done. But if you want one right now, you can get on the books and you can pick whatever steel you want. He has MagnaCut, 3V, 4V, crew wear, AEBL, A2. I think he can kind of do anything. But 4V, I'm telling you, I think that's probably what you want. This is so fun to use. And I literally cannot believe when I sharpened it, just deburring it with my fingertip, going like this, and the burr would just curl up like a little hair. I have photos of it and videos. It's crazy. So 4V Vultures are the shit if you're looking for a EDC utility knife. Really nice size, fits great in the hand, super comfy, really cool scales too. These Grip Tech scales are just phenomenal. But guys, that's all I have for you today. I have to go to work. I will see you in the next video. I love you very much. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. Check out all the makers in the video. I'll try to link some of them below. I will see you so soon. I love you so much, fam. Take care.